I think a part of me died the moment I realized I wasn't entirely myself. It started with the dreams at first. They were just flashes, a snake slithering across cold stone, whispers in a language I didn't understand but somehow felt. Then came the pain, not like a headache or anything human. This was deeper, like something inside me was alive and wanted out. I used to joke I was cursed, that I could always sense things before they happened, that people got uncomfortable around me for no reason. But it wasn't a curse, not exactly. It was a tether. One night at the library, I'd been researching ancient magic, just out of morbid curiosity. I stumbled on a restricted section someone forgot to lock, and there it was, a page torn from a book, scrawled in blood-red ink. A soul split must anchor itself. Living hosts are rare, unstable, dangerous. I laughed. I actually laughed. Like, what kind of lunatic puts part of their soul in a living person? But the more I read, the colder I got, because it wasn't just theory. It was history. Tom Riddle's history. Voldemort. And then I saw the name. My mother's name. Written in tiny slanted script in the margin. She had been there. She had been there that night. I don't know if she knew. I hope she didn't. But I was born just hours after he attacked her village. Just hours after he vanished the first time. I did the math. I read the reports. I dug into Department of Mysteries records that were supposedly sealed. All the pieces fit. Too well. Like a lock clicking into place. At first, I didn't want to believe it. I told myself it was coincidence. A bad theory. But then the magic started reacting to me, Walt. Unpredictable. Wands would sputter when I walked past. Mirrors cracked when I looked too long, and sometimes I'd hear him. Not words. Feelings. Hunger. Rage. This electric pulse in the back of my skull like a second heartbeat. That's when I realized I wasn't haunted. I was housing something. Something evil. A fragment of a man who murdered for sport, who split his soul again and again until it barely resembled anything human. A piece of him was me. Or maybe I was it. I couldn't tell anymore. And you know what the worst part was? It whispered to me, promised me strength, power, that I could be more than just me if I let it in. And for a moment, I wanted to. You don't know what it's like to question your own thoughts, to wonder if the anger you feel is yours or his, if the way your hands shake when you're scared is fear or resistance, if every relationship you've ever ruined was just the echo of his sociopathy bleeding through. But I decided I had to know. So I let a seer look at me, a real one. Her face turned white. She didn't speak, just handed me a dagger, kissed my forehead, and said, "You either live with it or you end it." I don't know what I expected. Redemption? A cure? All I got was silence. I still have the dagger. I haven't used it. But every time I look in the mirror and my eyes flash red for a second too long, I wonder, how long until he wakes up? How long until I'm not just a Horcrux, but him? And if that day comes, who will stop me?